Say hi. Say hey. Okay. That you can be in the screen. This is gonna be a video about feeling a bit overwhelmed and what to do when you're maybe not having the best day, right? Because we all have those days where it comes along and we have a lot of things to do, or we're continuously saying yes to a lot of things, and then we kind of spread ourselves a little too thin, and then we start to like feel a little bit overwhelmed, and it ruins our day and our mood, and then that gets like put onto other people, you know? When you're having a bad day, people can tell, and maybe, I don't know, sometimes when I notice someone's having a bad day, it kind of like ruins my day a little bit too, especially if I'm really close to them. But I just wanted to make a little quick video about what I do when I'm having a kind of rough day and I feel a little overwhelmed and everything just going 100 miles per hour. And yeah, right now I'm just gonna crochet as I talk, because it's gonna be a little project. I'm doing like a practice run before I make a tutorial on it. You'll see that later. Yeah. So for me, I have a lot going on, and even when I didn't have this much going on, I would find myself being easily overwhelmed for some reason. And when I didn't know what to do with myself, I kind of shut down. I would I don't know, I would shut down, like, because I had so many things to do. I'd rather do nothing at all. I'd like go lay in my bed and just sob, which isn't the best way to deal with it, because then you end up being stuck in your feelings and you make yourself feel even worse. So I feel like a lot of the things, for me at least, that made me feel like not having the best day or a little bit overwhelmed is because I'm a pretty big procrastinator, right? I leave a lot of things to the last minute, and then I want to do everything in one day, right? Like, for example, I made a dress that represents shadow work. I have a video posted on it if you'd like to see. But that was like the first time I ever sewed something from like start to finish, and I was like that proud of it, because it's like a nice, midi dress with like a slit on the leg. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun making the dress. I was really excited for it, but the thing is, like, I felt like I could finish it all in like 2 days, and I was kind of like giving myself a time pressure to it, and time pressure isn't really my bestest skill, right? Like, I know some people, when they like procrastinate a lot, it kind of like pushes them to do the thing better because they're like crunched for time and they'll do it quicker. But for me, when I push something to the last minute, like, I either like don't do it as well, or like I just don't want to do it anymore. So like with that dress, I wanted to do it all in a day, and I kind of like overwhelmed myself. I literally did. I woke up in the morning, did my little morning routine, and I started going at it. I started cutting everything, doing everything, and then I don't know, I was overworking myself. Like, I didn't take a break for like 6 hours, and it was a difficult thing for me to make. It was the first time I ever made one like that. So I was like sewing, and I had to unsew and then like put it back together, and then I ended up putting it the wrong way, so I had to like redo everything, and then the fabric kept fraying, and I was just really, really frustrated. And at one point, like I had to stop because I wasn't feeling good anymore. Like, I didn't eat anything. I had 1 sip of water, and yeah, I was kind of overwhelmed, a little working myself. So if you're like in a situation like this, in like your own way of life, where like a lot of things are coming at you and maybe you don't know how to handle it in the best way, I would say the first thing to do is just stop what you're doing. Yeah, I had to like make myself stop doing these things that like make me feel really overwhelmed, because I just felt like I was just rushing to do things. And even when I realized like I'm not feeling the best and I'm kind of drained, like I would just still keep going, and then it wouldn't be like my best work, you know? So like I think the important thing is to actually acknowledge that maybe you're a little bit overwhelmed or you're starting to feel not your best, and then whoa, my hair. And then just like take a break, you know? I feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes for like everything that we're doing, and you just need to like have a little like relaxation, pause, deep breaths. And for me, like when I take a break, I kind of like to do something somewhat mindless. Like before, I used to always want to do something that was really productive, or that was like just something that would like add value to something. I wanted to like kill two birds with one stone, like. But like at one point, I realized that I just need to like truly relax, and this can be different for everyone. But for me, it's like something that I learned that I really enjoy doing this year is I kind of like cooking. Only, like honestly, I don't like the thought of cooking like a whole meal, or like a whole hour spent dedicated to like cooking something. But for those days that I do feel like a lot is going on and I need to eat something, and when I do like cook, I'm like mindlessly just cutting up things, mixing up, seasoning, and it relaxes me in a way. And I also started listening to audiobooks, right? I love audiobooks. I do. And I don't know, before I kind of like limited myself to a certain type of genre. I always wanted it to be like a type of book that would help me in some sort of way, or like personal growth, self-help, or like tips. But then I started reading some like each book has like a purpose to it and a meaning to it. But like I just read books that genuinely interest me, but that didn't have like a super meaning to it, right? Even though I do really like those books. I've been recommended a few books recently, so I'm gonna start reading them. But also with audiobooks, like I like listening to them when I'm doing something, because I don't know, when I feel overwhelmed and I've tried to like sit down and read like a physical book, I kind of get like stuck in my own thoughts, and instead of reading, I'm just like looking at the words and I'm still thinking about like all those things that were stressing me instead of actually calming down. So listening to a book in combination with like cutting things up or doing something, it helps me calm down. And I can even like say this with cleaning. I don't even like cleaning, but when I really am having, like not the best day and I need to like just do something to keep me busy, I either like clean or cook. And yeah, recently I started sewing and doing crocheting again. So this has been really fun for me, but I'm also still like a beginner at learning how to sew and do things. So it can sometimes get a little frustrating, but I would say like take your mind off of whatever's causing you so much stress or whatever's like messing up your day, and like go relax, right? Go do something that truly makes you happy, and it can be mindless. Like you don't have to always be doing something productive. Like sometimes those things that like help you relax, like at the end of the day it is kind of productive because you're getting a benefit out of it. So yeah. And also this year I feel like I've really appreciated like the beauty of going outside in nature. I'm sitting in my apartment right now, but I've really enjoyed actually like going to a park and like sitting there and, you know, just talking or reading or just like walking around. Like before, I don't know, I didn't really appreciate going outside until this last year when I would really just go outside to sit there and like marvel at its beauty, and everything looks so like strong, so like vibrant, so real. It's I don't know. I would go outside before, but this year it just hit really differently. And yeah, I feel like that's really helped me calm down or like help my mood, because especially when you're having a bad day, like just the act of going outside and getting some fresh air actually really helps. It really helps. But like for me, going back to like why I usually get overwhelmed a lot is because I don't really give myself enough time or set time frames to the things I'm doing. Like I have this notebook where I write like a list every night before I go to bed of the things that I need to do for the day. And honestly, that helped me a lot. That helped me not get overwhelmed because I had to like figure out what I actually needed to do and write it out so I knew what I was doing for the next day. And a tip I would give if you want to write like a list every morning for yourself is to not write like 20 or like a bunch of things on your list of what you have to do. Instead, just like break it down into a few things and prioritize them. On this list, it might look like there's a couple of things, but some of them is just like affirmations to myself. But like I feel like I had to learn that I cannot do everything or else I'm gonna go crazy. So instead of writing a bunch of things down on my list, I write down a few things that I know I actually have to do, you know? If let's say like I don't have to do it today, if it's like something I need to have done in 2 weeks, in a way like I am a little bit procrastinating, but like I don't need to like write this down on my list today because then it's gonna get pushed behind. I'm not gonna like not even finish most of the things on the list anyway. So like I started dedicating a certain time and a certain like reason of why I'm doing it when I'm doing it, instead of just rushing to do things at last minute. Like right now I'm moving, right? And it's kind of been like a little overwhelming figuring out where I'm going and doing all my things and how I'm gonna get where I'm going. But I told myself to do like a little bit of it every day instead of like waiting to like the last 2 days until I have to get out of my apartment and then like packing everything up really rushed. Like I told myself, okay, one day go through all my clothes, decide what I want and what I don't want, and then donate or throw things away. And then like another day to like get all my plants together because I need to transport them to where I'm going. It's just get all my things like slowly together. I don't have that many things, but to do everything, in a way, one step at a time, so that you're not ending up doing everything at once. So if you find yourself being overwhelmed or if you're having a bad day, I hope this video could help you, or if it was like at least a little bit comforting, because like we all have those days. We all get a little bit overwhelmed, but we probably like deal with them different ways because we have different interests. And these are a few things that have helped me. Like right now, this video helped actually calm me down filming it, because I'm just like talking and I'm chilling and I'm crocheting and it's fun and I feel at peace now. But yeah, I hope this video could help someone out there. I hope if you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a breath, breathe, take a step back from what you're doing and just like try to relax yourself. Come back to it once you are at a better state of mind. But do something that actually makes you happy. you know? Just relax. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, give me a like. I'd appreciate. And subscribe to my channel. Let me know what are some things that you do when you're in a feeling of overwhelmed, and what are some things that has helped you, because I'd actually want to know, because I'd like to try a few more things. Like, ooh, am I doing this wrong? Like reading audiobooks and all that, it was like, I was kind of like recommended it by some friends, and a lot of you guys have actually been recommending me books, and yeah, I'm about to be doing that. I don't know what else you guys do, but let me know what you do when you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace.